Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for October the 8th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and after that, I'll pull one card for each sign, and we'll look and see how all those energies mix and match and meld. And so, if you know your sun sign, you can get a nice little tidbit of information here. If you know your rising sign and your houses, you can actually pull quite a bit of juice from this quick little video if you so desire. All right, starting off with overall energy, we have the Emperor showing up. The Emperor, I think, is quite delightful energy, actually. This is somebody who's very responsible, somebody who's loyal, somebody who has high integrity. They have high standards for themselves. They also have high standards for the people around them. They may hold some type of supervisory boss, company owner, landlord, father, patriarch, some type of situation like that. Um, this could also be a female who is in authority. It does not have to be a male. Um, Especially with the tarot, gender roles are less important than in some other um, means of divination, like the Lenormand. Um, is very specific about genders. This is a little bit more open, the tarot is. But somebody who has high integrity, somebody who is really a great friend to have, they may not, there's somebody who's not going to throw you under the bus over something. There's somebody who, you know, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to get along great with that person. If you're not, they're definitely going to let you know very quickly. They are strict and they are stern. So good friend to have, not really the type of enemy that you would like to have, although they're typically not vindictive or vicious. They really don't pull any punches either if need be. All right, so let's take a peek and see what's going on with the Emperor in our lives today. Aries. By the way, Emperor can be an indicator of you in the tarot, Aries. So Aries, excuse me. This is interesting, Aries. So it looks to me like you're passing along some kind of message to somebody who has Emperor personality traits, which I just talked about when we pulled this card. You are giving some kind of message to that person that gives them the go-ahead for some kind of creative idea that they want, that they really feel enthusiastic about. So you are giving somebody the go-ahead. This may be you letting somebody know, you know what, I'm okay with you being in charge of this project, or having giving somebody a promotion or a job. That could be what's going on here. There's a lot of different ways that this can manifest. But definitely, go back and check what I said about this character. This is the person that you are giving the go-ahead to on something to move forward with it. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Queen of Swords showing up here for you, Taurus, along with the Emperor. This is just telling me that you're working with somebody who has all the Emperor attributes, which if you didn't hear that at the beginning of the video, you want to go back and listen to those. And this is something to do with, you're working with them in a very business-like, professional type of way. Even if you're doing something about improving or upgrading your house, you're still looking at this relationship as more of a professional type relationship rather than something else. My Queen of Swords is somebody who really has her business cap on. She's looking at everything very logically, making sure everything makes sense. She's paying attention to detail. All the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, all the money columns are adding up. So this is you. I feel like this is you doing some kind of work, or you're handling something with a Emperor type personality in a very business-like way. Okay, so this could be somebody that you actually work with. This could be a contractor that you have coming into your home or your office, but being very business-like when it comes to this person. And yeah, check out the attributes of this person if you didn't hear it already. Gemini. Gemini is Queen of Wands. I think you guys came up as the Queen of Wands a couple of days ago too. Geminis, I see you here as being very creative, thinking outside the box. You've got a lot of good ideas going on here. The thing is with this Emperor, I think that the Emperor may not always necessarily be right on the same page and understand where you're going with some of the things that you have in your mind. And today, I think you guys are really communicating really well about what you're thinking would be helpful and why in a particular situation. And I feel like the Emperor is listening and paying attention and kind of sorting through what this person wants to move forward with and what they don't whenever it comes to your ideas, maybe even other people's ideas too, but definitely also yours. And to know more about this personality type, in case you zoomed past it, you do want to go back to the beginning of this video. I've just gotten to the point I am really tired of repeating everything about this first card for every single sign, so I'm just going to refer you back to the beginning of the video. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, so Cancers, you guys have the Death card coming up. Look at that. Did you have this yesterday or the day before? It was with a different overall energy, but you are making some major changes lately, Cancer, because here we have another one. This is two within just a matter of a few days. So, change, death is my change card, and it's changing from a really profound level. First, our perspective changes, then we change how we interact with the material world, which causes the world how to change, which causes the world to change how it interacts with us. So it brings up different manifestations when we go through these types of changes. Now, with the Emperor showing up here, this is talking to me about somebody who is in your sphere of influence. And I think there are some changes here when it comes to how you relate to this Emperor personality. And if you didn't catch what the Emperor personality is, then scroll back to the beginning of the video where I pulled this card and you'll hear about that. But there are definitely some changes going on in how you're interacting with this person. And it looks to me like, from the way this card came up, it looks to me like these changes are for the best. So this is going to be something that actually improves that relationship that you have with our Emperor type personality. Okay, so next up we're going to look at Leo. Now Leos, we have, is that one card? Yes. We have the Fool card showing up in reverse. And so when we have the Fool card showing up in reverse, this is telling me that we are considering something that we started as a leap of faith in the past, and we're trying to decide if we want to keep moving forward with that or if it has already served its purpose and it's time to let it go. Now, because it comes up in reverse, this tells me that we are deciding after that consideration that we do want to keep moving forward with this leap of faith, expecting more good things to come out of this. Now, in our overall energy, we have the Emperor showing up here. So this tells me that those of you with Leo placements, you are thinking and rethinking your interactions with, or maybe even your level of relationship with an Emperor, and you're deciding that it is worth it to continue to put energy and effort into whatever's going on, whatever interactions you're having with this Emperor personality. So moving forward with that after some deliberation and some debate, because you know that there is more good stuff coming out of this. All right, so that's for who? That's for Leos. Next up, we're going to look at Virgo. Okay, so Virgos, you guys have the Hangman showing up in reverse. This is a little bit different in this deck because normally in most decks the Hanged Man in reverse has his feet towards the bottom of the card, but feet are towards the top of the card in this deck. Isn't that interesting? Hanged Man in reverse, though, does talk about breaking free, breaking away from some kind of situation that had us feeling really paralyzed and like we could not move forward. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here. With those of you, yes, we're looking at Virgos. What I think is going on here is you've got your Emperor showing up in your sphere of influence, and it feels to me like if you did, by the way, if you didn't catch qualities of an Emperor, you want to go scroll back to the beginning when I pulled this card and you'll hear those. But it feels like this Emperor, in your case, is being a little bit, they're kind of looking over your shoulder a little bit too much for your happiness. They have high standards, and you're not so sure that those are necessarily that they're necessarily necessary. Um, and it looks to me like you are finding a way to get out from under the influence or the control of this Emperor personality. You really just want to go off and do something that makes more sense to you rather than work for or be under or answer to in any way this person over here. Okay? So really, really sneaking away, trying to get away low key. All right? Escape artist, basically. Now, ba 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 ba. Yep, that was Virgo. That's really unusual for me to see that on a Virgo card, I think. Libra. Three of Cups. We like it, Libras. This tells me that somebody with an Emperor personality, and if you did not catch what that is, you want to scroll back to the beginning of the video so you can hear that, is somebody that you're really enjoying company with today. Okay? So really enjoying some good company with someone with Emperor personality traits. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, Eight of Cups coming up in reverse. With the Emperor in the overall, there is an Emperor type personality in our sphere of influence for those of us who have Scorpio placements, of which I have four. If you did not catch what the Emperor is all about, you want to go back to the beginning of the video and hear the traits of an Emperor. But it looks to me like with this Eight of Cups, it's pretty cut and dry that we are going back to somebody with Emperor personality traits or somebody who has some kind of influence in our lives and going back and spending time with that person. Is that right? Yep, that's what I'm going to say. All right. Also, with the Eight of Cups, sometimes we walk away from something like that because we don't have the energy and the effort to put into being around somebody with these types of personality traits, or maybe just this person, or maybe other people in general. Now we are walking back to them. So we are hoping that, things are more conducive to positive interactions with this person, okay, than what they have been. All right, and maybe they weren't just because we were busy. Now they're more conducive because we have a little time. All right. So next up, we're looking at Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, Three of Wands, showing up in reverse with our overall energy being the Emperor. If you did not catch who the Emperor is, you do want to scroll back to the beginning because I'm not going to go through the same card 12 different times. So Emperor card coming up here. Sagittarius, Three of Wands showing up here. In reverse, this is telling me that you are not really making any long-term plans with an Emperor type personality that's in your life. You're sort of letting things unfold organically and just dealing with them as they come up, whether they're good or bad. Just dealing with them as they come up. And I don't really feel like they're bad. I mean, the Emperor is such a solid character. I don't see a lot bad happening here. Just looks to me like you're just taking everything minute by minute to see what happens. All right, so that's who that is. Sagittarius. Next up, we're looking at Capricorns. Two of Cups, Capricorns. Huh, that's interesting. Because with the Emperor and the overall energy and the Two of Cups here, this is telling me that you have an Emperor personality in your sphere of influence, but you're not that interested in that person. Like you're not attracted to them. You probably used to be interested in knowing more about them and be kind of drawn to them and fascinated by them. Right now, not so much. You could kind of take them or leave them. Okay? And maybe even more leave them than take them. As in not want to spend so much time with them. So it's interesting because when you look at the Emperor personality, this is a pretty positive personality. Maybe not the most exciting thing, but definitely positive. The idea that you're not really attracted to being around them or understanding this person better kind of says that you guys are rubbing each other wrong anyway. So you guys may have some kind of personality issue, or it may be that their standards are higher than your standards and you don't want to live up to their standards. You want to live to your standards. That's what makes sense to you. So there could be some kind of friction going on like that, but definitely there's some kind of friction between you and an Emperor personality who is showing up in your sphere of influence. Okay, so that's for Capricorn. Next up, we're going to look at Aquarius. All right, so Aquarius, Page of Pentacles showing up with the Emperor in the overall energy. So I do feel like you've got an Emperor coming up in your sphere of influence. If you did not hear what an Emperor is all about, you can always go back to the beginning of this video and find that out whenever I pulled that card. But with the Page of Pentacles showing up here, I think that you're getting good news from somebody who has an Emperor type of personality today, and this good news has to do with money, finances, or material goods. All right. And let's see, that was Aquarius. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. Wow, why? People are getting repeating cards. Look at that. You're at least the second sign that's gotten a repeating card out of 3 days, maybe even the third one. Isn't that interesting? Pisces, some of you guys are getting married to an emperor. And if you didn't hear what an emperor personality is like, you do want to go back to the very beginning of the video where I pulled this card and listen to that. But we've got some of you who are actually getting married to an emperor. We also have this idea of home or of family, and some of you could be taking charge of something that's going on in the home or in the family. Could be making some decisions, taking control. This could be more your energy of the emperor, just taking control of things, um, especially planning and really gracefully handling something to do with home or with family today. Gracefully and with high standards. All right, so that's what I've got for everybody. You guys, let me tell you all about my sponsor. It's you. And you guys are the most fabulous sponsors that I could have. So please remember to put a thumbs up on this video, share it around to other people, and also put some feedback down below because all of those things do help. And everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.